Hey everyone, Alex and Gio from RaddTitan, and yeah, we're just doing a chat, and we're enough drama for the day. It's been trying to get on here for about an hour and a half. Yeah, it's been fun, and we've just
But Virgin, listen, Virgin Internet is a sneaky bastard, yeah? Because you call them up and you're like, yeah, it's like something's wrong with my internet and all this, and they're like, yeah, try it now. And you're like, yeah, it's fine now. Why is it fine now? They're like, oh yeah, well, we're just reducing the traffic. Basically what it is because of the time of day it is. They've lowered all your settings, lowered all of your internet access, so you like because people are barely using it at this time. And then when you
people
try and use it, you
people use
sound
it
like you're
more.
fucking spare one in Star Wars, man.
No, people use it because people use it more this time.
It's
Uh,
not that. Oh, what were people at work, man?
yeah, but people use it for work.
No, dude. Think about that. How many times are people using it during the day compared to how many using it after work? Of course, the traffic's lower now. So they drop all your settings down because you don't need that much access. It saves them money. And then when you try and go on there, it's like it's all fucked. Son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
Well, yeah, it was fun anyway. It was fun while it lasted, trying to get on there for an hour and a half, and then you've also got the issues of Google Plus being a pain in the ass anyway. So anyway, we're here, we're happy, and we're fine. And we also told someone they couldn't come on because they couldn't make it till a bit later. But now we're actually looking at the time and we're thinking, yeah, we're probably still going to be on by the time this guy comes on. So we'll
Nah, I
see.
mean,
But
in fairness, we got to give a shout out we're gonna have Cartel from Hell on and as our special guest. But I've had a chat with him on Google Plus, and he's off all next week, so we'll do a chat next week, and
yeah,
we'll sort the time out. We'll get together and sort it out because
cool.
it's just the sort of time over the time difference over there means for us it's like nearly 6 p.m. and that's when girlfriends and wives make appearances and go, "Why are you doing this now? Why can't you do it when I'm not here?"
I know
Woo!
that's just your wife. My girlfriend's quite happy to get rid of me. So, but just trying to think what's. It's actually quite funny because I just got a knock on the door, and they delivered that alien egg. So
Oh,
that's
nice.
that box is huge. It's a
Is it?
really
Does it
big
look like it's got
box.
a washing machine in it?
Not as big as that. It looks like probably got
No.
like one of those IKEA cubes in there with like polystyrene around it. So
Funny
it's
hell.
quite a big box.
Quite a big thing.
So I open that. Sorry.
Quite a big bit though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite chunky. So we'll open that up later on. See what that's like.
Sweet.
Was
No
that
pinhead?
sorry?
No pinhead?
No, they're shipping Pinhead tomorrow. So they're shipping
Ooh.
Pinhead tomorrow, and they shipped Thor yesterday.
Ooh, yay!
So
Double unboxing.
it's going to be like Christmas, you know.
Dude,
uh,
you're gonna have to not open that Thor if it comes because Pinhead's a day away, so you're just gonna have to wait for them both.
yeah, we'll see how that goes.
I like doing I like doing the unboxing video and then a separate review. So we should do it
Yeah, I
that
think
way.
that's what we do. We should do that more, and so we can kind of focus on the actual taking it out, putting it
Peace.
together, all that kind of
Yeah.
thing, and then have like a reflection of it. I think we should do that more on some of the other pieces as well because we haven't done it
Well,
with the pieces.
any new pieces now. That's the format we're going to use: an unboxing and then a separate video review. Because
Mm.
you try and cram it all together, you end up doing a 20-minute thing, and then when you think about it, you've only reviewed it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially how long it takes us to put things together.
Well, that's it. Most of it's just us fucking around and trying to put the round peg in the square hole or whatever, you know. So yeah,
Exactly.
and then also, I mean, might be getting a few other bits in as well. I mean, I spoke to, I was talking to the guy from Soap Studios, and basically, I've ordered one of those remote controlled cars, and originally I ordered it for my nephew.
Batmobile.
Yeah, the Batmobile, and I ordered it for my nephews and that. And I was speaking to the guy, and he said he'll sort me out with the Dulux pack. Gave me a bit of discount, and then I thought, yeah, man, that's awesome. And then I got sent across the spec of it, and I'm like, yeah, actually, seems good for my nephews. So we'll see. I'll open it up, and we'll do a video, and then. Yeah, we'll see, and maybe I'll go and get
Dude,
them.
I'll give you 7-1 odds right now that your nephews don't get that for Christmas. How about that?
Well, the thing is after I've sort of looked at it, it is a remote control car, but it's quite high end.
High
And
spec.
it's got a lot of stuff going on with it. It's got like lights everywhere, flaps everywhere, and you put in
Lights and flaps everywhere. Wicked.
lights and flaps. Yeah, my favorite. So basically, and it looks very high quality. It comes with like a display base. So I was just thinking, yeah, maybe I'll just go and buy them a cheap one from Argos or something.
Dude, just get them some Skylanders and tell them to chill the fuck out.
Yeah. So we'll see when that turns up. But yeah. Other than that, so yeah, that's it really. I mean, I actually went on the wait list for the Prime One Batman. So I went on the wait list.
I heard about this, man. I was really surprised that you did that, bro.
Yeah, I mean it's basically the Prime One Deathstroke. We'll show pictures of that soon, but the Prime One Deathstroke just looks insane. It looks like a whole totally another level. I mean, a lot of the Prime One stuff does look really, really good, but this one really caught my eye. I just saw
great character as well. Great character.
So good. And then again, the exclusive on that as well. It's got him holding the cowl. Again, we'll show the picture later on. And it's just so good. I mean, that's going to go up either today or tomorrow, I think. So
getting on that, yeah?
Yeah. I'm going to go on that. So
what you're basically saying there is you're going to have 2 Prime 1 pieces. So you're going to get some companion pieces, yeah?
Well, I'm going to get the 2 Prime 1. I don't know if I'll get any other characters. I mean, but I think they've got a hero, you've got a villain. Maybe see what
copying my theme, are you, you bitch? Copying my little.
Well, they're going to do a Keaton Batman as well. They may even do then a Nicholson Joker. I know they're doing a Ben Affleck. They're doing, I don't know. I won't order that, but so we'll see. I mean, I think they've already released so for pre-orders not released, but they've already done probably 6 or 7 Batmans already.
Yeah.
So we'll see. What's he saying now? So Chadman's saying something about Darkseid. I don't know what he's saying.
Away.
Sorry, I got a cough there.
What's he saying about Darkseid?
Sorry, I don't know. He just said, haha, Darkseid.
It's Darkseid, man. Stop fucking saying Darkseid. It's not his name.
Well, actually, Chadman just spelled it wrong, but yeah. But what we do then is we'll go on to. As I said, there's nothing really.
Dude, what about the other bits we're getting in?
What?
Well, I've got XM Thanos on the way, man.
Oh yeah. Well, why don't you talk about that then?
What's that?
Why don't you talk about it then?
So much to say.
Well, okay then, George. Do you want me to prompt you? Okay, a couple of weeks ago was actually George's birthday, so happy birthday. Did you get anything nice for your birthday, George?
I did, man. I did. You know that. I got a few comics. I got some steel books, man. I got some aftershaves. Got some bits and pieces.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I did really well. And then my wife and your little conniving, sneaky son of a bitch managed to bag me a Thanos. So, I'm excited, man. I'm really excited to get it here. You know what I mean? And we're just relying on the distributors now to ship it and get it here, which is for yourself, trying to sort it. It's really frustrating, but hopefully the geezer says to me, what's his name?
Mohammed Yahya Amir.
Yeah, and he's shipping it today, right?
Yeah, no, well, he's meant to be shipping it today or tomorrow. Oh no, sorry, I misunderstood what Chadman was saying there. He meant welcome to the dark side because I ordered Prime 1. But I misunderstood him and I
That's why
thought
you
he was.
spelled it right, you dick.
Yeah, so he did spell it right, but I thought he was like, because we were talking about Batman characters, DC characters. I thought he was talking about
Yeah.
character. Yeah, so that's me. That's not enough coffee. That is. That's what that means. So yeah, so the no, that'd be great. I mean, it's supposed to be shipping it out tomorrow. Hopefully, it will come in just before Christmas. We'll do the unboxing and see what it's like. I mean, from pictures and things. I mean, was it Dark Chris? I mean, the camera he uses is so clear. I mean, I watched it on my TV.
I like his reviews, man. I like that
Yeah.
geezer. Daft Chris, he does good reviews. I like his stuff.
Yeah, and it's just so clear when you actually look at them. So I mean, I was watching watching it on my TV, and it was just so steady and unlike ours, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Where we both play shaking.
You know
Went, oh. But so yeah, I mean, what we'll do then is, I mean, oh yeah, was there anything else you wanted to say? Yeah, you think we should get... All right, I'm just checking before.
That's it, really.
Yeah. All right. So what we'll do then is I'll just have a look and try and open up the photos without my computer crashing. Because I've installed now like Windows 10 or whatever it is. It kind of, I think my Facebook messages are going to keep popping up. So hopefully no one will send anything abusive or anything. They probably will now. I've said it.
The Hulk and the Hulkbuster behind you look real good, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, we haven't put that video up yet, have we? No. Yeah, the Hulk market I got the other week. I'm not sure if I don't think, have we done any chat since then?
No, I don't think so, bro.
I lose track of it, to be honest with you. But
me and you haven't done a chat for a few weeks, but that's because you know, you got to wait for things to actually talk about. You know what I mean? It's not about, you know, sometimes it's just there isn't any real news to share with people. So there's, you know what I mean? It's harder.
Well, there's been a lot of news, but it's yeah, I lose track of it sometimes because I talk to you every day anyway. So I lose track of what we actually speak about when we spoke about it on the chat, or if we spoke about it, you know,
dreams and reality, bro. Dreams and reality
blurs into one. So let me get this back up. I'm just trying to do that. There's actually a convention going on in Seoul, and
Seoul.
Yes, Seoul. Is it
Korea?
Is it Korea?
Seoul, Korea. Yeah, Seoul, Korea.
So
yeah.
that's going on today, and basically there's a few people there. I thought it was like I don't know. My geography is terrible, but I didn't think it was Korea, but it probably is. So yeah, basically that's all going on today, and then they're showing a lot of it's a lot of hot toys and things, and I think Soap Studios are there as well. I think they sent me like a pack of their new stuff that's coming out over the next year. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. Can I share the pictures? And I have to wait a couple of days because they said they're going to do like big announcements at the show. So there's a few really cool things. I mean, they concentrate more on vehicles, and then they've got this interesting thing where you put a headset on and you like play a game in like a hologram, and it's called Soap Mind. I think they've already put a video up about it, but that looks quite interesting. But
dude, it's like Batman Forever in this bitch, isn't it?
yeah, they're controlling it and whatever else. But God, just closing everything because my computer is running a bit slow.
Well, I like this part. It's my favourite part of the chat because I'm not on Facebook, so I don't get to see any of this shit. So
well, that's why, that's why the thing as well. I mean, this is actually the reason why I was mentioning.
There's a lot of collectors who ain't on Facebook. There's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I realised that because there's quite a few people where they put a comment and said, "Do you have a link for this company? Do you have a link for this pre-order? Do you have this or that?" And I've said to them, send me a PM on Facebook and I'll get it across to you. And they're like, not on Facebook. So Yeah, there are quite a few. It's quite surprising, really.
We're the resistance, man. We're the
Yeah.
resistance to the mighty empire. We're the rebellion.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, really, to be honest with you.
Good idea for me.
Sorry?
A good
Oh, it's
idea for me.
definitely a good idea for you.
Yeah.
All right, so what can you see? You can see us talking, and it goes on to like an infinity camera.
Dude, that's cool. You can see me all the way to hell. Look.
So can you see that now?
Yeah, I can see Deadpool.
Cool. Okay. So
Is that the one that we had?
no, this is the one they announced at that toy show. This is the new Deadpool hot toy.
Oh wow, this looks cool.
So then there's a few people now saying, "Oh, hang on a minute, I'm probably not going to get the Sideshow one. I'm going to wait for this one, but this one will be more expensive." But it'll be interesting to know. Like, it'll be interesting to see. I think just talking about Chadman, he's probably going to have both. So it'd be good to see when he gets them both to see the pictures for the comparisons.
Yeah,
See
that
what
looks
people.
good though, man. That looks really good. That
Yeah. Oh, because I mean,
doesn't look like it has pouches all over the fucking place. That's for sure.
Well, the pouches are really well detailed, but the problem is whenever you touch the statue, they all just fall all over the place. But once you pose it and you put it in the on the display, I guess it's fine. Also, someone like Kevin Adelena will probably get both of them as well, I'm guessing. So it'd be good to see. As I say, well, this won't be out for 6 months or so, so it'd be good to see the comparison when they're out. See if you are getting better value for money, because a few people were saying that Deadpool was actually one of the better, like a lot better versions of that Sideshow brought out in the 6-scale ones. Cool. So we'll see. I think actually Wolverine goes up today.
Yeah, I saw some things about that as well.
Yeah, I think the Wolverine 1/6 goes up today. They've also got the Punisher, which looks really good as well. So, all right, let's go to the next one. This is Imaginary Arts. This is where they've started to paint up the Norman Osborn Iron Patriot head. So this is like one of the.
Wait there, Al. Wait there. I've got someone at the door. I'll be back in 2 seconds, please.
All right, I'll go for a few of these. Well, this is the Norman Osborn Iron Patriot head, which is from when Norman Osborn is actually the Iron Patriot. So he's like I think they're called Dark Avengers, and it's after the Civil War, and a few villains actually become like Avenger characters, but then they're kind of pretending to be good and whatever else. But yeah, so there's that. Then that's where it's been painted a bit better. Well, a bit more even.
Well, that's a big difference to what I just saw.
Oh yeah, well then that's the early stage of that. So that's all the undercoats and things, and then that's where it's been painted. I think I've done these pictures around the wrong way actually, because there's.
That looks really fucking comic book accurate. That.
Yeah,
that amazing.
I mean, this one is. What happened was Imaginarium done a head.
Oh, so this is Imaginarium Arts. This one.
Yeah. So what happened was Imaginarium Arts done a head, and it didn't really look so great. And then they kind of repainted it, and it turned out like the guy who played Jango Fett, Jake the Must from Once Warriors. It looked more like him. And then Eric Salsa came in to do a lot of their DC line, and they gave him this sort of head to work on, and this is Eric Salsa's head. So there's that. There's a load more of them.
Dude, your Facebook things are popping up, man.
Oh god. Okay. So basically, then that's I've done it the wrong way. I was going to do it so it was zooming in. But,
dude, how many? What's the edition size on this?
I couldn't tell you. I'm not sure. I'm afraid.
Could count all those heads, but it's long.
Well, no, because they're off camera as well. I could find out, but then you've got the Imaginarium Arts Green Goblin head. They were looking into asking people which one they thought was better, and then you were getting people saying, "I want that one." Other people, "I want this one." So they just said,
"Which one do you like?"
I prefer the top one.
Yeah, me too.
I prefer the top one, but yeah, a lot of people
They're doing them both then.
they just said fuck it, we'll do them both. You know, there you go, popping up again. So then there's sort of more angles of that. So yeah, a good friend of ours is actually working on this. So you know, John Sanchez is working on this. He's
yo, Johnny boy.
He's doing the sort of art direction work on it. So yeah, good stuff, John. There was a question actually where someone was saying, can you make it so the Norman Osborn head goes onto the Green Goblin? And they were just like, no. Because
yeah, that's clever.
Norman Osborn Iron Patriot head to go onto the Green Goblin. They just said no. So there's no plan for that. This is the Imaginary Art lineup for 2016 for Transformers Generation 1. So they got Soundwave first, doing first, which is diorama, which comes with, I think he said 5 cassettes. I only remember 3.
The person, the cat, and the bird, right?
I'm so happy you said that. I'm really happy you said that, because I was talking to Danny, the guy from Imaginary Arts, when he sent me this, and I said, oh cool, that's one of my favorite Soundwave, and he comes with the 3 cassettes, and he goes, oh, there's more, and I said, I only remember 3. And he goes, what 3? And I said, the man, the cat, and the bird. And he just started laughing. He just started like sending me all these like LOL, like, ha ha ha. I was like, what? And he goes, well, it's actually it's not a man, a cat, and a bird, for fuck's sake. And it's like it's a robot, an eagle, and like a jaguar or something like that. But he was just like laughing, going, yeah, the man, the cat, the bird. You know, and you just said exactly the same thing. So that makes
that's it. That's how I remember him.
Yeah, yeah. So that actually made me feel quite good, because I said exactly the same thing, got the piss taken out of me. Then you got what's that?
What scale are these?
Well, the thing is with Transformers is there's not really a scale to them, is there? Because if you had a quarter scale Transformer, it would be probably 5 foot. So,
okay.
I mean, they'll be.
Do we know how big they're going to be? Do we know, like 20 inches, 30 inches? Do we know what we're looking at?
I think they're going to be big. I think they're going to be probably. I'll probably say around, for Transformers. I mean, they've got to be 25 to 30 inches. But there's no. Again, there's all the Transformers have got different scales anyway. I mean, you got like Bumblebee, who's really small compared to Prime. So it depends really. And I think actually all the Autobots are a lot smaller than the Decepticons, aren't they?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I think the Decepticons are like much more badass than the Autobots, and they're all like big, chunky fuckers.
It's ever the way that Megatron sounds in the cartoon.
Yeah.
It's like, you ain't dying!
But then again, so Starscream in the cartoon is a bit quite bad, and he's like, Megatron! But then again, we were talking about this the other week, I think, me and my girlfriend, and pretty much every villain from like an 80s cartoon, when you've got like He-Man, you've got Skeletor, you got G.I. Joe, you got Cobra Commander, and then you got Transformers, and they all sound like really whiny, really bitchy. The only one who doesn't is probably probably Mumra is the only one who sounds quite evil, doesn't he?
Yeah. Ancient spirit of evil.
Yeah. Then you got this. This is an Iron Studios 1/6 diorama. So this is that's Doomsday and Superman. So this is pretty cool. This is going to be quite big.
That looks amazing. That looks really nice. They do some good shit, that place, I'm telling you.
Iron Studios, I mean, they've opened up a whole new market, really. I mean, well, actually, I say that, but I think Cobra Kai have done it as well. But I might be wrong about that. They might do 1/12. But Iron Studios are doing like 1/10 pieces. And they do look really decent. They do look really nice. But it's just, they're just opening up another scale. And it's just easier to display, and they're more affordable, you know. There's a 1/10 Thanos on throne, which you'd probably like movie version. So let's go across. These are some pictures. I don't know if we showed these in another chat, but these are some images of the Iron Studio Spider-Man. Some close-ups.
I have seen bits of this before, but not so close up.
Okay, I'm not sure. I can't remember if I put these in the last chat, but yeah, there you got Doctor Octopus's tentacle there. You got his. You got Green Goblin's bomb.
Yeah,
Another angle there. Then you got the
like this.
Oscorp building.
Yeah.
You got, was that a Captain America shield there?
Where?
Oh, that's not on that. That's not on it. That's someone in the background. So you got those, and then there's like the pose there. There was a better picture with the guy from Iron Studios holding it, but I can't find that today, unfortunately. But it does look really, really.
What scale is this?
This is quarter.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah, and it does look pretty. I mean, it does look really cool. Really, really.
What are we
cool.
talking about retail on this? How much does it cost?
It's not been. I don't think it's gone up for pre-order yet. But I mean, like when you look at the Iron Man and the Captain America, I think they were like $800 pre-order. So,
Okay.
but this one does look really, really good. So, like, really dynamic. Really, it'll be good though again to see. Because you're bound to get someone who's going to have this. They're going to have the new Spider-Man by Sideshow. They're going to have the old Spider-Man by Sideshow, and it'll be great to see a comparison with them. Because one of the big complaints there were. I mean, it looks like a really, really great piece, the Iron Man that Iron Studios done, but there was a few complaints about the scale's really off. So it does look like it's a really big quarter scale. And when you try and pose it with other pieces, it doesn't fit in. And someone I know actually took their quarter scale Hot Toys. They put their head next to the Iron Man. They also took their War Machine, which should be Iron Patriot, which should be bigger. They put it all like next to it just to compare scale, and the scale was off. It was just too big.
But was it just Hot Toys, or was it other things included?
No, it was Hot Toys, and it was the Sideshow ones as well. The newer Sideshow ones. And they just said the scale was off. And also the other thing that was a complaint about the Iron Man was the fact that there's no AC power, no mains power. It was all battery.
Really?
Okay. And the switch on the back was a bit of a cheap switch. And I think that person actually never sells anything, and he's got quite a sort of crowded collection is the polite way to put it, I guess. But he is actually I think he's thinking of selling it. I think he's waiting for his Captain America to come in before he decides that. So we'll see. Then you got Prime One announcing another Batman versus Superman line. There were some images of the Ben Affleck face, and it does look pretty good. Then you got this one, this one has tipped me over the edge, and as Chadman just said, tipped me to the dark side. This is the Prime One Deathstroke, and this piece just looks insane. It looks so good.
Looks different.
I mean, it's just
looks different level, really does.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing, about the Iron Studios Captain America. I've seen loads of pictures of that. Have you seen the pictures of that one?
No.
It's the actual movie version, and I'll try and get a picture when we're on later, but it's all cast, and it looks really like it's like media. It's really well done, really well done. So basically, back onto this. This is the Deathstroke. So this is third scale. So this will be quite a big old piece. If we scroll across, you can get him with the sword hand. Is that katana?
It looks a bit makeshift, but it looks like one of the ninja swords.
Yeah.
Like the ones that the assassin ninjas. So it's not a katana. It's like a different type of sword. It's like I think it's like Chinese or something. But they're cool.
Yeah.
They're a bit straighter.
You got the unmasked head.
Fucking hell.
Unmasked. He looks a bit like the older version of Snake in Metal Gear Solid. There.
Just looks that just looks fucking crazy.
Then you got the masked head again. So then you got the he's got like a bow. So it's called bow when you got a pole.
Yeah, you're talking sort of like martial arts, yeah.
Yeah, so you got that. Then you got a big sniper rifle, assault rifle thing there. Then you got something else, same picture again. Got the picture on the back. You got his the straps coming off the back of his head.
What are they?
It's just like where his head is just got these tied up. Where he's tied up something on the back of his head. And then you got the close-ups on the shotgun shells on his arm. Get another unmasked one. There's a sword from the side.
Base looks amazing as well.
There's all the attachments there. So
Yeah.
all the arms. Then just a close-up there. Got a close-up of the admin. This bit I really like because I've not seen this on some of the other pictures, but just the detailing on that sidearm.
It's amazing.
Really nice there. Then you got the base, got the death base. Got the side there where it's like a dead Batman. Is it, or looks like a skull with a bat cowl?
Could be a wolf.
Then you got this, which is the exclusive, which is such a good exclusive. I mean, that's
fantastic. Yeah, looks amazing. Looks real good, Al. Really good job, mate. If you're going to get on top of that,
I'm going to jump on that. Then there was the Independence Day trailer came out the other day, and
fuck that.
Yeah, I can't bother with it. Straight
Dude,
away,
fucking ain't got Will Smith in it.
Nope.
Remember, listen. Remember the first rule, okay? Listen, people out there, the first rule of any sequel, if it does not have the original cast from the first one, avoid. Because they've read the script and gone, fuck that, and they've not done it.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum, he's fucking in adverts on for fucking Christmas presents at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's obviously like, yeah, I'll do it.
I'll do it. I need the money. Can we do
I'll do it. 3? That's all right.
Do you want to do a Fly 3?
Mate, that's my first rule. That is, if I'm watching a sequel and anything, and the original cast are not in it, I usually bail.
Well, they got that. They got the license anyway. They announced that pretty much straight away. Then you've got all the Sideshow stuff that are coming out this week, which basically, they're re-releasing a lot of stuff. They're getting it ready in time for Star Wars. I don't necessarily blame Sideshow for it because I know
that's Disney, cheeky, man.
Well, cheeky. I know that Disney, because they paid a lot of money for the they took over Star Wars. They paid, was it 3-4 billion to take it over? And their goal is, the thing about Star Wars is the merchandise is ridiculous. So basically, I think their goal
but Alex, listen, Sideshow still don't have to do it.
No, but I guess there's some kind of, if they are doing stuff, then it's easier to get a license, I guess. So they've re-released.
Shouldn't do that. It's already fucking come out, that thing.
C3PO. So then you got the light up feature. You got a different base. This is a clean sort of version. And then you've got that one.
He's got a different leg.
Yeah. Well, no, that's because the Jawas take his leg. Then you got that actually does go together with the. Sorry, this is actually. Sorry, I've put these in the wrong order. I'll come back to that one and that one. So then you got the R2D2 there. Right. They re-released that as well. They got like a different base for the ship. They do go together if you put them like that.
Okay.
But then again, sorry, let me go back. I put these in the wrong order, like an idiot. That's actually the original regular version, which was actually an open edition. We actually reviewed this beginning of the year. Good old Gary Speed had one. Brought it over. I think on this, the actual C3PO was made really, really well. The C3PO was the standout of the two. R2D2.
Yeah, well, the R2 was R2. Yeah.
R2 looks good, but then you pick it up, and it's what happened when we picked it up was a couple of like metal weights fell out the bottom, and
it's like a plastic shell and a couple of magnets. Not even magnets; they're just weights.
No, they're just metal, little lumps of metal in there, and
no, they're just weights. So that when you pick it up, it feels heavy. But when you look inside underneath it, it's just like a plastic. It's like a fucking PVC shell, a cheap plastic shell, and then it's got a couple of little sections with these weights on it. Awful, awful.
For the money, I mean, when that came out, that was $750, $800 when that came out.
The C3PO is really nice.
C3PO was very, very nice. The only thing I didn't like about C3PO was the way you turn the lights on and off. You had to take his whole faceplate off and then fiddle around with the switch, and the batteries were really tiny to get out. I'm quite clumsy, and to get them out was quite a struggle for me. I'm not very, what's the word? Gentle, I guess. But yeah, and then this was the actual exclusive with that was the different bases like that, which was this. I think this is like the ceremony at the end when when they're cleaner, and then this is like on Tatooine. So and then this is on some kind of ship or something, but I don't know what film it's from. But then also they re-released the Darth Vader life-size bust, which some people.
What the fuck are they doing, dude? Seriously, what are they doing?
But some people are saying that they because I said the pose looks really similar, and I will show both the pictures in a minute. But some people are saying no, he's turned slightly a different way, so it must be a different sculpt. And then someone else said to me, it looks like the life-size model that got cancelled. It looks like the top half of that. So that's what someone else thought it was. So there's the bust there.
Right.
There's the bust there. And the thing is, with the original,
are they're the same bust, yeah? That's the same bust, right?
No, this is all the same one. And then this is the original. This is the original. And then this is the new one. Yeah, he's looking a different way. But with the original one, which I think the original was a little bit more, but the original one came with a lot more. The original exclusive came with a stand like that. It came with you could take the helmet off, and then also it had an unmasked portrait.
Oh wow!
So the original one is like literally you have two statues. You would have the bust.
Well, that's proper, isn't it?
And then you
proper
would
job.
display,
That's great.
You would then display the head. You can display the head next to it, or you display the actual, the other head on that little stand you get with it. And I can't believe they re-released it and sort of cheapened out on it. There's no exclusives as well in the new ones. I guess they're calling it a variant.
Oh, dude, man, do you know what? I'm so fucking worried for Sideshow at the moment.
Well,
I'm worried.
They need to be. I mean, they've got enough.
Stupid decisions. These are fucking stupid decisions, mate. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And it doesn't affect me at all. I don't collect film. I don't give a shit. But the point is, if I did, I'd be livid.
Yeah. Oh well, there's people who have gone out their way to. I think Gary. I don't know if Gary got his R2D2 C3PO for cost. I think he probably got it on the secondary market, which means he would have paid top dollar for it, and he may have waited. If he may have waited for this, but then again, he may not have. I don't know, but
but doesn't that now affect the value? Them bringing the new R2D2 out and the new C3PO, doesn't that affect the value of all the originals? Because now people, it's bound to affect it a bit.
It can, but then you've always got the side where there's like an elitist side, or even just people who prefer the original. But there's sides of people who always get the original.
Yeah, but listen, I don't give a shit about any of that. What I'm saying is that
there is still that market for it.
The Red Sonja, for example, man, I'm seeing the original Red Sonja. I'm seeing the exclusive, even the exclusive sell for nothing at the minute.
Yeah.
That was going for 600 quid not too long ago before they announced the new one. And now I could have picked up an exclusive for about 250 quid, which is less than retail.
Yeah. Wow.
That's not good, man. They
Well,
really need to get a grip, this lot,
we'll
and
go
see
on
what they're doing, and basically
we'll go on to after
bad.
the pictures anyway. I mean,
It's not
if
good.
we carry on through the pictures and then we'll go on to that after. I think it's a good topic to discuss. Then you got. I'm not sure if I showed this one. This is Spider Gwen by XM Studios. So
A
these are a
little
few
bit,
pictures
but
of
not that
that.
much.
A few pictures there, and a few of her diving. A lot of people are not really that impressed with it. This actually looks like. Not a lot of people will know of anyway, but in Harrow, there's a shopping centre, and above the shopping centre, there's a woman jumping in that exact same pose. I'll have to get a picture of that. There's like some woman jumping off and
Not really.
diving like a gold statue. Yeah.
It's not really a great advertisement for a building. Is for someone to be jumping off it.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Let's
really,
advertise people.
doesn't really suggest what it needs to suggest.
Mm.
What's it come in here? We're so expensive, you'll want to kill yourself. Or what you trying to sell?
Right, what's going on? My thing's going slow now again. Oops, come infinity.
Infinity and beyond.
All right, so I don't think that's the end of it, but for some reason it's come to the end of the pictures. I thought I had more, and it won't let me stop this now, will it? There you go. All right, so yeah, we come out of that. I'm just going to go back and check my pictures because I did think there were
Check your inventory.
When? Oh no, that's all the pictures that I've got here. To be honest with you, so there wasn't really that much left. I mean, there was a few other things that we probably didn't cover. I mean, there was I forgot to put a picture of the Green Goblin in there. There's a new Green Goblin. So yeah, again, Sideshow, not re-released in the same piece because it is a different piece, but it's still releasing the same characters. They need to start doing some characters they haven't done. But we always knew the Green Goblin was going to come out because you can see the pumpkin bombs on the Spider-Man base, so it was always inevitable.
What do you think? What do you think of that Green Goblin, man?
Well, the problem with the Green Goblin is a lot of people are complaining. Again, this goes on to what we were just talking about. A lot of people are complaining about the jump in price. When you look at things like Red Sonja, and then you look at Green Goblin, they're both over the $500 mark. But then when you look at something like Gladiator Hulk, they're not that much more expensive than these pieces, and people are like, why are these ones so expensive and what's going on? We did have John Sanchez on the other week, and he did say that Sideshow is spending a lot more money on these newer pieces. They're spending a lot more money on getting some painters in and things like that. So, but it's all down to whether yes.
Well, let me tell you, for one, I'm going to become much more picky. That's what this means now.
Yeah.
So whereas I'd have probably 3 or 4, 5 pre-orders going on in a year, I'm going to cut down and just get 1 or 2 pieces, and it has to be something I really want, because I'm not. It's fucking stupid. The prices are stupid, and they just keep re-releasing the same stuff. So it makes you worried about buying something from them, because they're just going to redo it. They're just going to redo it and put it out again in a year or 2 years.
It's quite. I mean, it's not that you buy things to resell, but the problem is as well is if you buy something and then you see that it's not worth what you paid for it anymore, that's quite frustrating. I mean, like if I would have bought that Red Sonja with the Frost Giant, and now I saw that one. I think it was on eBay where it was selling for 250, and it was 250 make an offer pounds, and as you say, that was going for easily double that, and that Red Sonja was on eBay for quite a while. No one snapped it up. It was sitting there for at least a week. I don't know if it's still on there. It's the same as Keaton Batman. You know, he's gone down a bit in price. I think you do get
Fluctuations.
a little bit of money more when you've got the exclusives. But still, I mean, yeah, still a lot of them are just all going down in price. So it makes people then, you know, think about, well, with the QC issues in the past, why don't I just wait and see, get on the secondary market, you know, gamble, you know, it might go down in price,
Yeah.
or if it goes up and is a good piece, I'll pay the extra.
But then there's another argument, right? There's a whole nother argument, which is this, okay? If now I've bought the brand new you know, whatever, I've bought the brand new Lobo. I've got Lobo, right? Who's to say that in 12 months' time they're gonna release something different?
Mm.
They're going to redo it and they're going to jazz it, change this, change that, and just stick a price tag on it and then sell it. That affects all of the value of all of the things you buy. Now it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if you're not flipping it or you're trying to sell it or whatever, but what you don't want to do is do, I don't know, like 500 quid on a statue and then know that you can't sell that statue for less than 300 quid because Sideshow keep re-releasing all the characters all the time.
Mm.
I don't want to know that. I don't want to look at my stuff and be like, yeah, they're going to keep redoing all of these are going to come out again.
And the thing is, as well, is the newer pieces. You know, it's not that they're not worse. You know, if you look at the Red
No,
Sonja, I mean, the
no.
Red Sonja when that come out with the I can't remember. Did it actually have like a title to it? Like the one with the frost giant, anyway. When that
I
came
think it
out,
was something like, all right.
well,
Can't remember.
when
Go
it
on.
came out, it was you know, everyone was like, "Wow, that's really nice. That's so good. That's such a great piece." They released a newer one, and it looks better. You know, so things do look better. I mean, I personally think the modern blue Batman I think looks better than the grey one. That's my personal opinion. You know, I think
It's not.
I think
It's
the
not better.
chess piece has been done better. But again, I mean, they
Yeah, but
released it afterwards.
then you got to turn around and say that the belt's worse. The belt's shit. It's like I've got a rubber belt, so that's not as good as the original one, which has got a proper pouched, proper material,
Yeah,
proper real McCoy belt. So you got to sacrifice to what do you want? Do you want the actual proper chest thing, or do you
yeah.
want the better belt? But
It,
I think the blue shading, looks really pops nice.
mm,
Personally, if I didn't have any, I'd pick the black one. But that's because I know the black one from the comics. I don't really know the blue one.
yeah.
But as pieces go, that you can't really say one's better than the other because it's the same
No.
fucking
It's
thing.
preference, isn't it?
Same
It's opinion.
statue. It's the same statue, Alex. It ain't any different.
No,
It's
no,
got a
but
different belt
no,
and a different
no.
and it's been painted different.
But
That's
no,
it.
I'm just the point. Yeah, but the point I wasn't. Yeah, saying like you know you don't need to defend your statue, but it's more like you know the newer pieces are not necessarily worse. You know, I mean, for example, Omar. I mean, he's got a huge collection, ridiculous collection. He prefers the new Spider-Man to the comic cap. You know, his preference, and
Yeah, but
obviously you can get the new one cheaper than you can get the comic cap for.
I mean that's again that's all about opinions. But the one thing that you can say about those two pieces, which you can't say about the two Batmans, is they're fucking different.
Okay.
You've got a completely different pose, completely different base, completely different paint job. Everything's different between the comic cat and the new premium format. Between the
Yeah.
original premium format and the new premium format, it's all different. But those Batmans is the same statue,
All
same
right.
tailoring, same job. You can't. It's basically
No,
comparing.
yeah, I
You
mean, it
know,
wasn't the point. The point I was sort of, you know, trying to make was like about the ones that they release afterwards are not necessarily worse than the old original ones, you know.
if they're
Um,
different, you can compare it. If they're the same, you can't say that they're better or worse. It's like the Red Sonja is very different. The statue's completely different. But I remember the original one having some sort of issue with the texture in the color of her skin. Loads of people were complaining about that.
yeah.
The original Red Sonja.
Oh, yeah,
But
the people complain about everything anyway, so. You know,
But
loads
the
of
good
people
thing
had it
was,
repainted. I mean, there's been some really, really good repaints of the original.
I've seen a few, yeah.
Really good.
Nice, it's a
And,
nice
a
piece.
few
No, it's lost a lot of value due to them doing this. If they keep doing what they're doing, people they're just gonna wait. They're gonna wait, not only for the price reason, they're gonna wait because they're gonna think, well, the one thing about that Red Sonja thing, which is fine if they want to redo it, right? But I think the timing was bad.
Yeah.
I think it was too soon. I think they released the Red Sonja, and then it was like 6 months later, and they released another one. That's just taking the piss. It's too soon. They should have
Well,
given
I
it a
mean,
couple of years.
I guess from sort of concept to concept, it was probably a few years. But the way that, because obviously when they do the original Red Sonja, and then they announce it, they do it, they make it, you know, it comes out. So that's a couple of years in production, and then they released a new one. Yeah, like a couple of 6 months after that one come out.
I don't care. That's their process. That's not buying process. As the buyer, I'm seeing 6 months, not their 2 years. I don't care about that. They have to think about the people that are buying the pieces and thinking, well, didn't we just release that Red Sonja? Didn't we just do that? Did no one sit there in the meeting and go, didn't we just release that? Don't you think maybe we should hang back a bit? Maybe wait for a film, or maybe wait a little bit, or just see what happens. I just
Well, I
thought
mean,
it was
also you've got to
really
think
too
about
soon.
before the Batman that you got, there was probably like quarter scale, maybe by someone like DC Direct or something like that. But then there weren't many Batman statues out there at quarter scale. And then right now there are, you know, Sideshow have released 6, I'd say. So you know they've
Yeah.
released the grey one, the blue one, the Arkham one, the Keaton one, the Bale one. Any more? That's 5.
I
Red
think
Sun.
that's it.
No, the Red Sun.
Oh yeah,
So
that's very yeah
so
6.
that's still 6 of the same
Yeah,
character. They've
but it's
released
a
it
lot of
in,
Batman.
and that's like, what's that, in 2-3 years?
Yeah, but yeah, I agree. Yeah, I mean it's a lot to come out. But the one thing you can say about all of those, apart from the blue and the black versions, is that they're at least all different.
Yeah.
They're completely different. The thing is with the blue and the black is it's a cop out because it's the same statue. I mean they should have changed the base. Yeah, they should have changed the base at least. I mean,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, at least change that. Give people a reason to buy it, a bigger reason than, oh, I've just painted it a nice. And the blue looks great. Listen, the blue looks great, but it's the same piece. It's exactly the same.
Oh yeah. I mean,
The Deadpool is the same. The Deadpool's the same. They need to think about this because there's too much competition, man.
well,
XM Studios are doing great stuff.
Well, that's the other side of it as well. As I mean, XM are. I think. I mean, sad to say, but I think next year, I mean, there'll be a big bubble burst. You know, where a lot of, because there's so many things that are going to be released over the next 2 years, and there's so much more competition. I mean, once Prime 1 start getting their stuff out, I think January, February, the Batman are out. You know, the first Batman, and you know,
one that you've got.
Well, I'm on the wait list for, yeah, and once that starts coming out, people start seeing and looking at it and going, my God, this quality is ridiculous compared to and then they'll do the comparison videos, they'll do this and that. But then again, I mean, once new companies come out, when you look at even XM, I mean, their quality's starting to slide a little bit. Apparently, I mean, there's a lot of QC issues with them now. You know, there's loads with the Thanos net to stop sending some out there to.
Well, that's why mine's delayed, isn't it? That's why mine's delayed.
They said that they were stopping sending some out. They were going to re-QC some of them, and then also you got Electra goes up for sale tomorrow, but they're still tweaking it at the moment. They're still tweaking heads, and there's just I mean, I just think that there'll be like a burst where once companies get established, they can cut corners a little bit more. They've got a name, and I think
I agree with you.
once they're on the rise, they go out of their way to help you, and we have to see. You have to see. I mean, I just think because there's so many companies over the last 2 years, year, and now all the stuff is starting to be actually turn up on the shelf. That we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I do think it'll be something big. I mean, and Sideshow need. But the reason why, sorry, we were talking about this before. One of the reasons why Sideshow is still at the top is because of their price. They're still
Yeah, but that
value for money.
that price is rising though, Al. That price is rising high.
Yeah, it is rising, but the thing is
The premium formats have jumped up about $150 in the last 4 months.
Yeah.
That's a big. I mean, listen. I understand that they can make that statues are selling for much more on the secondary market. Therefore, the company should really be thinking about, well, fuck me. If people are going to pay this much for the piece, we need to up our prices. I understand that. I get that. I understand. But they probably come to this conclusion far too late in the game now. For me, they should have worked that shit out 2-3 years ago, because now you've got Iron Studios are releasing some really good stuff. You've got Imaginarium Art that are fucking kicking ass. You've got XM Studios that are kicking ass. You've got Prime One. You've got more. You've got Pop Culture Shock. You've got more. You've got more opportunity now than you've ever had before to buy statues. And that's why there's been an increase in reviewers and people and buyers and sellers and flippers. All these things have gone up because there's just loads of choice. And that choice will affect Sideshow if they keep doing, we're going to release Green Goblin. We're going to release another Batman. We're going to release Red Sun Superman. We're going to do 3 different fucking Hulks with the same pose. We're going to do 3 different Spider-Mens with the same pose. If you're going to do that, you're going to lose your market.
They are still like, well, they're the market leader by quite a lot anyway. And I mean, they've been doing it for 20 years, and also one of the things about Sideshow is, I guess, you got peace of mind when you order something. If something is wrong with it, they will help you. I mean, their customer service is very, very good. Then
you'll get a little partial refund. Is that what you mean?
Well, you get a partial refund, but they'll send out replacement parts.
Not always.
Not always. But they still do. And I think as well, I mean, but you've got other companies who, are on the same kind of price point. I mean, I think Pop Culture Shock are quite well priced as well. But the thing about them
is priced, yeah.
Their website is fucking terrible. Their way that you track your orders is horrible, and the way you pay your payment plans is even worse. You send a payment through PayPal, you get your confirmation through PayPal, but you get nothing from Pop Culture Shock to say
from the other side.
Here you go. Thank you. We received your second payment for your blah 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 statue. Look forward to your third payment or whatever. You don't even get.
I understand.
Acknowledgement.
A receipt would be nice, wouldn't it?
And you don't even get the the side of it where you can click on your on the website, sign into your profile, and go, what have I got on order? There's some people out there who've got like 20 orders with Pop Culture Shock. Some people order every variant that comes out. They'll order the 3.
You mean Omar, right?
Yeah, someone like Omar. Yeah. Omar.
The other day, I was listening to the American chat, right, and he was on it. Yeah, and he was sitting there. He's fucking brilliant, right? I love this fucking guy, by the way, Omar. I love you, man. He's sitting there, right, and they're talking about Cammy, and he went, "Yeah, I didn't really like it, but I still bought all 3 of them."
Yeah.
I bought all the colours. And they went, "What, even the pink one?" He went, "Yeah, all the fucking colours. I bought them all. And I don't like the piece."
Yeah, I mean,
I want that fucking guy. I want that guy's job. I want that guy's mortgage agreement. I want that guy's life, because that guy's a fucking legend. And whatever he's got going, he's got it sewn up. Oh, what a fucking...
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, but Omar, I mean, I don't know if he pays all out or what he pays, but if he had those on payment plans, to keep track of that would be a nightmare. Would be an absolute nightmare.
I actually think though that he because he buys so much, I think he's in pretty good contact with PCS. I don't think he has a problem. I think that they basically, when he asks questions, they answer him. He's never said there's ever been an issue that I've heard.
No, I mean, with I mean, I heard of an issue the other day where someone had it was either Jade or Melina, and it didn't fit on the base, and they contacted Pop Culture Shock. They got a response, and it was a bit of a a really bad response considering they had to wait like a week to get a response. And it was literally like, it don't fit on the base. Can you advise me what to do? I've tried this, tried that, tried everything, blah, blah. And then they respond back going, can you push harder? And it's just like, okay. So he pushed harder, and then he sent me the picture, and he'd actually, do you know where you got the hole and it kind of raises if you damage it, or just like raise, but it's not broken off. So it's all cracked underneath. So he's done that to it, and sent another picture back, and they've gone, can you try, because there's 2 pegs, can you try it the other way round? And then he's got to wait. So he waited a week for that answer, a week for the next answer. And then he's replied back going, look, I've done that. It's not working. Just can you give me a response? Another couple of weeks later, then they're like, oh, okay, we'll send you another one. So they actually did say they'll send him a whole new one. He has to smash the.
It just took 6 weeks to get that done.
Yeah, but he has to smash the statue, the base, the box. They told him to smash the box, like burn the box, damage the box. They said they want him to cut up the box, which Sideshow never done that, and he needs to cut up the certificate as well. So that was quite funny. But the bad thing was the statue. Literally, if someone has a Dremel or something, they could have just drilled the base and it would have been perfect. All they do is like go, okay, it fits on there, it's perfect. So hopefully he actually he gets one that actually, the statue's perfect, because if he gets one now where there's paint flaws on the statue, he had a perfect statue. So that could be a bit shit. But yeah.
I don't know. Do you know what, man? I think, to be honest with you, deep down, this is a community, and and it's all about sharing, and it's all about fucking sticking together. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm on my own. I'm on a collecting journey of myself, and all I'm going to say from my own point of view is that I usually have about 5 pre-orders from Sideshow a year. I'm cutting that right down now because of what's been happening. I'm cutting all my pre-orders right down. Literally, all I'm going to do is there is probably about 1 piece if they release that I'm going to buy. Other than that, I'm not buying anything, because I really am more concerned about the fact that they are not. I don't think they're taking this threat from the other people seriously at all. I think they're resting on the laurels that they've been running shit for the last 10 years. And to be honest with you, I'm going to keep money, and I'll go elsewhere. I think to myself, looking at Prime One and even Pop Culture Shock, they've got some good stuff going on there. I might just, I might switch a little bit up, because I can't keep having these things happen. You know what I mean? Like what you said before, about the Batmans. I'm not happy about that. I'm not pleased about that at all. You know what I mean? I've got the piece there. There's a big edition size. It's sold out, and then all of a sudden they've released another one. I just think to myself, you know what? It's just an absolute piss take. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm worried about every other piece I own now. I'm thinking what they're going to do next. They're going to release another Doctor Doom premium format. They'll do a white cape this time, and they'll make his armor a little bit brighter. Brilliant. That's fucking. It's just like so bad. It's a joke. It's so bad.
Give him an unmasked head.
I mean, yeah, but now, Pop Culture Shock have adjusted their situation as well, because now they're doing 3 exclusives instead of just 2, right? Yeah, they're doing the same. But at least they're being honest and upfront about it.
Yeah. Oh well, Pop Culture Shock are they're quite clever by the way they do it, because they release things and they make it look. You're getting low edition sizes, but the thing is, once you kind of add 4 edition sizes together, it's the same statue with just slight variants. And when you add them up, it adds up to 1,000 or whatever. But then also what they do as well is they give out 25 or so artist proofs for each piece as well. So that's like another 100.
Of course.
And I think that's all marketing. That's all that they're pieces which, and people don't have an issue with that.
But listen, the difference is, and this is what I'm trying to say, right? The difference is the way you present something like that. So yeah, they've increased their edition sizes, and yeah, they've increased the volume. But what they do is they've gone, okay, we're releasing Cami. These are your 3 choices. They haven't gone, okay, here's Cami, and then 6 months, here's another Cami. 6 months, here's another Cami. They've gone, these are the edition sizes. You've got these 3 colors. This is what the numbers they are. These are the slight variations. Take what you want. At least they're up front. They're showing you what they're doing. With Sideshow, it's like it's a sneaky hand. It's like, oh, here you are. Here's a Doctor Doom premium format, and the exclusive is this ray gun. And then in 6 months' time, it's here's the spate is the Doctor Doom 2099. It's got a blue cape and some spikes on his shoulders. It's like that's a very sneaky way to go about your business. And I really think that at the moment, with the amount of choices that are out there, more transparency is needed. Less of the sneaky bit, more transparency, more like we're doing this one, but there will be something coming out after. We're going to do a couple of Dooms, or we're going to do it. Just be honest about it. Otherwise, you become deceitful. You know, deceitful's not a good reputation, bro. I'm going to hold back now. I'm just going to hold back a bit, and I'm going to keep my eye out for things I actually really, really want, because you know the opportunity will arise from other companies that these things will come out again.
Yeah,
so fuck it.
Definitely. And also on the other side of it as well, I mean, for example, with someone like Green Goblin, Green Goblin's being released by, I think there's like 5 quarter scale Green Goblins coming out. You know, there's the Sideshow one, there's the Imaginary Art, there is the XM, there is one, I think, guy, Chris Bale, he's working on, and I'm pretty sure I've seen another custom as well. So that's like 5 Green Goblins that are going to come out.
And plus the original.
Oh yeah, sorry. Then you got the original as well, but yeah, I meant like new ones that are coming out in the next year or so. And it's just like it's a lot. I mean, and then you got the Iron Studios Spider-Man quarter scale. Then you've probably got an XM Spider-Man coming out. I think Imaginary Art, we're hinting at a Spider-Man, and then there's Sideshow as well. So you got a Sideshow Black variant. You just got like so much choice now, and it's the market's just becoming a bit too flooded. I mean, I think it's good to have the choice and it's good to have the variety, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a bit too much, and it's a bit too much, a bit too quick as well, because it's all like it's not really been that gradual. It's been, I mean, we've only been collecting a short amount of time, but it's been with over the last year, the amount of companies coming out and the amount of customs that are coming out. It's just increased a lot. I know I get asked by a lot of people, advice on doing custom statues. And the amount of people who have asked me about custom statues is loads of people, and there's loads of people. I mean, like, I get like a average wage. I'm pretty much Mr. Average, and that's it. But you just don't realize as well how much money some people have when you talk to them. Some people have got a ridiculous amount of money. There's someone I was talking to who basically wants a character made who's not going to get made, and he's going to basically commission a custom just so he can get one made. And the amount to do that is to hire a digital artist can cost anywhere between $5,000 to $25,000, so if you go for someone named, they're 20-25. If you go for someone not so well known, they're $3,500, $8,000. So it's a really expensive thing to get into. And say there's people who just go, I'm just gonna commission that, and I want that statue, and you just don't realize that's side of it.
Listen, I don't begrudge anybody that, man. I wish everybody great. I know, but I'm saying from my point of view, I wish everybody the best success. But I got to live within my means and my situation, and that means now being a little bit more picky. And unfortunately for me, at this point in time, Sideshow have the worst reputation with me at the moment, only because they keep redoing variants. I'm getting very fucked off with it. They keep rechanging. I'm getting annoyed. So, like I'm saying, for me now, there are a lot of choices out there. Just a lot of choices, and for me, I'm glad there are. But for Sideshow, it's going to affect where my money is going, because at least I know that with XM, they'll release a piece and that's it. I haven't seen them do any more fucking Iron Men.
Well, the funny thing is, sorry, they're. That was something I was going to mention before. Do you know the classic Iron Man you nearly ordered?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're totally resculpting that.
Oh really?
Yeah. They people
You
weren't
did
happy with it, so
with
they're
the
going to
body, with
resculpt it.
the classic look.
Yeah, the whole
Classic look.
it was actually Andy Fusco. He was asking. I saw on a post where he put a comment up saying, you know, I've still got hope. I still think this is going to be a good piece. Can you let me know the updates? And they just put a comment replied going, we are currently resculpting this piece at the moment. So we'll see but then, but there are a few pieces where, I mean, they're doing another Captain America, aren't they? So they are re-releasing another character. I mean,
Yeah, when they release 5 of them, then we've got a problem.
well, Sideshow only released. Oh no, they got the film ones as well, haven't they?
It's just one of them things at the minute, mate. I just think personally, you know, I'm just going to be a little bit more careful. That's all. I just got to be a little bit more careful because,
Oh yeah,
you know that, that Red Sonja going for 250 quid's a joke. It's a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Simple. It is. You end up buying these things and then you can't shift them, and you're talking about losing money. I'm not in this. Listen, I'm not in this to lose money. Despite what other people may think or may say, I don't think anybody buys a piece thinking to themselves, yeah, well, if it's fucking worthless in 5 years, it don't matter. I think they're thinking, well, worst case scenario, I could sell it or trade it or do something. But that Red Sonja 250, that's lower than retail. That would cost me, if I bought it directly from Sideshow, it would cost me more than £250.
Yeah.
Because whoever's bought that, UK, they've lost money.
Yeah. Oh yeah, to get that in the UK is going to cost like $330, $340. To get that direct from Sideshow, that's the exclusive. So yeah, direct from Sideshow, and that was $250 shipped. $250
make an offer.
Make an offer. Yeah. Yeah, I do remember seeing that. He was selling a few pieces though, wasn't he? He had a few
some
pieces
people do, didn't they? Stop collecting. Like things like this happen, and then they go, you know what? Fuck this, and they sell all their stuff and they get out of it.
Mm. Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not actually in. What?
What's that guy? Is it Kylo Ren? Is it? The guy from Star Wars. They're going to make that premium format. Yeah. So cool. They're gonna make.
I don't know the character. Are you going to see the film?
To be honest with you, I mean, this is probably going to upset some people, but I'm not really. I mean, I've not even seen a trailer for it, and I mean, I don't mind Star Wars. I will watch it. I watched. I always get mixed up with the last two, which one's which. But I watched the last one, the last of the original trilogy. It was on TV the other day.
Yeah. What happened in it? Are they in snow or not in snow?
No, it's the last one.
So that's you said you were confused about which one. So if it's in snow, it's Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, Return of the Jedi.
Return
of the Jedi? They're not in snow.
What's the last one then? Return of the Jedi.
With Ewoks.
Yeah. But that's
Return of the Jedi.
All right, yeah. Watch Return of the Jedi then. For some reason, I get mixed up with the names. So I was watching that, and it's a great film. The only thing I didn't like, obviously, is when they put Hayden Christensen in the hologram thing at the end. I really don't like that, and he's got this really bad, like he does the Rob nod, where it's kind of like he does like he's doing that, isn't he? He's like. He's got this really weird, like he's at a bar trying to chat up a woman look, and the thing as well, which is if you actually watch Star Wars in the order they came out, and you'd never seen Star Wars before, you'd watch that and you get to that point and you'd be like, who the fuck is that random guy standing there? I know obviously you're meant to watch it when you're meant to watch the original
in reverse,
the new ones first, and then but I don't know. And then also I was reading some stuff about this guy who was watching. He was doing a marathon, and they're doing a marathon with this guy who'd never seen a Star Wars film. So he watched. They started on episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they did it all in order. and
Yeah.
basically the guy was just like commenting about they hated Phantom Menace as soon as like Jar Jar Binks came in, and it was just like, yeah, right, fuck off. Fucking well annoying. The thing is, I actually find Jake Lloyd a lot more annoying than Jar Jar Binks.
Who's
A
Jake
lot
Lloyd?
more. The kid. I find the kid.
Oh, the little Anakin.
Yeah, I find him much more annoying than Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, but isn't that because you hate kids?
No, I just hate kids in films. Like, they're just always like really, really annoying. Like when you watch TV shows as well. Like when you watch Walking Dead, it's always like, Carl, stay here, Carl. We're gonna go and look for some shit in the woods. Carl doesn't stay there, you know. And
No, no.
then you've got the
It would be
strain.
boring if he did, mate.
Yeah, but then you got the strain, and he's got this like really like horrible spoiled kid, and you're just like, I don't care if he dies. I just want him to die because he's so annoying. It's just like, you know, they just always got these like really annoying kids in programs. But actually, the person who watched the six of them on this thing, he actually watched them 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. He watched them in order of time.
Well, that's the better way to. For me personally, that's the only way to do it.
Well,
Because
apparently
the massive jump from special effects,
yeah.
it doesn't flow very well. You feel like you're going backwards, and that's not what you should feel like.
Mm. Well,
Do you know what? I like them. I like the films. I think I can't remember which one I didn't like. I think the whole Senate thing goes on too long in Phantom Menace.
yeah.
There's too much of that fucking about. It just goes on for too long. Attack of the Clones is a bit like as well.
Yeah. Well, the last one.
I like the last. I like my favourites are the last films in both franchises. So Return of the Jedi is my favourite out of the first three, and Revenge of the Sith is my favourite out of the other three.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go.
Return
of the Jedi, Revenge of
where he turns evil and they start fighting in the lava. I mean, that's pretty good. But then I actually like I like, you know, I like all the Darth Maul scenes. I like the fights with them.
Yeah.
I even like the ones in the second one as well, where he fights Jango Fett. I really like that scene.
In the rain.
Yeah, he's like on the top of the spaceship or something, isn't he? Fighting in the rain.
Yeah.
But then I really disliked the. I don't like General Grievous as a character. I just think it's like, okay, there's like another sort of cyborg character who's got breathing problems. It's just been done, and then all of a sudden he just busts out 4 lightsabers, and he's like, you know, he's fine, you know, and it's just like, I just didn't like it at all. I mean, I will watch the new one, but it's just a lot of people say it's actually as good as the hype suggests, but it's just the thing is like I will watch it, but I just don't. I'm not. You know, I won't go out of my way to watch it.
I'm going to try and book some seats to go see it.
We lost about 7 subs when I just said that, by the way. But what that's the other thing as well. Actually, is our subs are like doing really well at the moment. We've got quite good numbers. We've got a lot of good people, like, you know, a lot of people watching regularly. One of our little side goals was actually to get 1,500 by the end of the year. It was actually like a little joke kind of goal. When I think we were at about 150 when I said it, and I was like, yeah, we're at 150 the end of 2014. Right, we're going to get 1,500 by the end of 2015, and we're actually about 30 away. So we've done really well, done very well.
Dude, if we can get to 1,500, that'd be fucking epic, bro.
Oh, we're close.
Good, I mean, what makes me prouder, though, to be honest, what makes me prouder is just the fact that there's so many people that regularly comment that we chat to.
Oh yeah,
it's quite nice.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not just, you know, we got loads of the sort of regular names that do pop up on the comments, and that's great. We got all those regular comments, and then also the new names that come through. You know, it's great to see. So it's always good to see people commenting, and I think that's one of the things we do try really hard is we do try to respond to everybody. So if you if you comment on YouTube, then you'll get a comment from probably 90% chance of George commenting. I do respond to some of them when Facebook's a bit quieter, but that doesn't really happen because Facebook's quite a busy place. If you
fucking trying to watch the pictures and your thing get going up every 5 seconds.
Oh, Facebook's
some
mad.
silly little box.
And it's the thing is about Facebook and about the Facebook group and the YouTube. They've got pretty much the same amount of like followers and subs. It's both around. I think Facebook has got like 1475 or something, and then YouTube has got like 1470. So they are very close, but Facebook is just like much busier place, I tell you. But we do try really hard to respond to everything. If we get a lot of queries about, where's that from? Where would you order this? What would you do with that? All that sort of thing. And we're happy to to help out where we can. I mean, we've I keep saying we're quite new to this, but I guess we're not that new anymore. But it was quite a steep learning curve for us, and we're quite happy to pass that knowledge on when we can help.
And also, man, it's all. Do you know what? It's all about sharing. There's just no point. If you find something, or it's just no point. If someone asks you where'd you get this, or how do you adjust that, or where can I find these, you're better off just sharing that sort of information out there.
There's just
no point onto it. It don't help no one.
There are certain people who don't. I mean, there are a few elitist groups on Facebook, and they won't share like with other people, and it's quite sad really at times. It's a bit like I mean, it's good to have a sort of community, and it's good to help when you can, but
we'll get nowhere otherwise.
I mean, even the other day, there's an example when we put up the EFX Red, what's it called? X-Wing Red 5, Luke Skywalker's ship. We put that up. We reviewed it for Gary back in the beginning of the year, and we told him that we've got a lot of videos to go up. What we'll do is we'll tie it in with the release of Star Wars. We'll put around Star Wars, we'll put up a load of Star Wars videos. And Gary, we posted it, and Gary is a very excitable person, so he got quite excited about that, and he shared it on a few groups. Good. He shared the link on a Star Wars group, and the guy deleted it and then put a comment. He adjusted his pinned comment on Facebook, which goes at the top, and it said, this is a group for sharing props, busts, and statues of Star Wars. I don't want to see people sharing things that you can pick up from Walmart on this group.
Fucking month.
Please take the time to, it was just like all this blah blah spiel about we don't want these certain things on there. And then he under that he tagged Gary, and Gary then commented saying, "Sorry, I just shared a review of a Star Wars piece on a Star Wars group." And the guy said, "No, you are promoting EFX, and you're promoting your YouTube channel, and that's all I can see you doing by posting this." And then Gary responded going, "No, I'm just trying to share my collection." And then the guy deleted Gary from the page. So I commented and I said, I don't know what you're doing there, because actually Gary was sharing a £1,500 piece. So it's not a piece you can pick up on Walmart. It's not a cheap piece. And also it's from Gary's personal collection. And Gary was actually sharing my review of his piece. And the guy responded going, "Well, in future, I think Gary should actually just share some pictures, and maybe you could have commented about the pictures." And I was just like, "Yeah."
You tell this guy to fuck off.
Well, it's just like, yeah, I just left his group.
Tell this guy to put his address down and send it to you on Facebook, and we'll fucking go and chat to him about it. How about that?
Well, it was just like, and then when you scroll down,
how much does it cost these days to get your fucking jaw wired anyway? About 1,500 quid, isn't it?
But it was just that.
Let's see where we'd rather spend his money.
His argument.
You know what I mean? You got a big Star Wars fan there, and all he wants to do is share his stuff, and you get that sort of bullshit, man. It's just not acceptable. None of that's acceptable. It's
No,
why I'm not on
and
Facebook.
that's what it was like. And he
Why I'm
goes,
not on
and the guy,
Facebook. This is what happened.
yeah. Well, the guy was a bit like, oh yeah, I've built this group, and I don't want to use my group to advertise other people's groups. And then I looked at the actual comment, like the actual thing on the group.
What does that achieve?
And it's got like, I don't know, 250 people following the group. And then
Dude,
it's got,
what does that achieve? It achieves nothing.
yeah,
There's no benefit to that. There's just none. All
yeah,
you're doing is alienating people and making yourself snobby, man, in a community that could do with a little bit more support.
yeah.
It's terrible. It's fucking awful, man.
Well, Gary, I spoke to Gary yesterday. He was quite annoyed about it, and I just said, Gary, don't worry about it. Just
Yeah,
there's
but
like
the thing is,
yeah, Gary's very like passionate
Gary's
about it.
similar to me, you see. Gary cares too much.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. You see, when you care about things, it hurts more. If you don't really, if you just like, fuck it. See, you're quite good at that. You're like a fucking robot. You're just like, yeah, fuck it. Like that. But for me, it's much more, you know what I mean? Much more like pisses me off immensely.
That doesn't piss me off. I just remember it, and then I'll come back later. But no.
Yeah, like C3PO, man, like a robot, innit? You're storing that shit. You're storing that shit up there.
C3PO is the gay one. No. He's like the gay one who looks like Doc Cotton from EastEnders.
That's all right. I could be the short little fat one. I could be the R2.
Yeah, because R2's quite stroppy. So yeah. So what we're now?
Yeah,
we're R2D2 and C3PO. Oh fuck. Dag nabbit, that's got not.
It's funny though, you know, because I think there was another Star Wars review that we did, and somebody put a comment. I think it was Dion, our mate Dion, and he basically said, "Look, I hope this video doesn't get too many red thumbs because Gary shared it, like in all these places." And I said, "Look, I responded saying, you know, if we get red thumbs due to people caring about their pieces and wanting to share their collection, I'll take them all. Fucking red thumb, give me 100 red thumbs. I don't give a shit."
Yeah.
Because as far as I'm concerned, you know, everything needs to be shared, bro. You've got to open your heart up. You've got to open yourself up and say, you know what, this is what I've got. And if people go, I think it's a piece of shit, you go, all right, cheers, well, thanks.
Well,
that's
also
fine,
as well, I mean,
at least share it.
It's about variety, I mean, as well, because, I mean, there's
life,
pieces,
baby.
Yeah, there's pieces out there where we've reviewed it, and in all honesty, I've got no interest in the piece at all. But you know, I'll still review it, and I'll still be, you know, still like, you know, to share it with people, and that's the thing. Apart from one, I've actually refused to review one piece. I refuse to review the Thing Marquette because I've just got a real hate towards the Thing character, and I can't explain it. I just don't know why. I really hate.
That was when you were silent, wasn't it? That was when you were quite quiet. Yeah.
Yeah, the Thing character, for some reason, is just my worst, kind of main hero, because he's quite well known. Out of all the well known Marvel ones, he's the one I hate the most. I just really dislike him. I don't know. I can't explain it, and I just refused. I just said, like, Gary brought over the.
Is there a reason you don't like him?
No, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just don't like the way he is. I don't like his attitude. And I think he's like the way he is. He's just like he acts like he's like.
I don't like the Thing's attitude. His attitude stinks.
It does. And I don't like the way he smokes cigars. No. I just like the way he's like really arrogant, and then he always gets his ass kicked, doesn't he? I mean, he's really arrogant to like.
You know what? Do you know
I think it's Silver Surfer. Like Silver Surfer in Fantastic Four 55. That's one of my favorite comics because he just fucking batters the Thing.
Yeah, there's a different level though. That's a different level of that's a different caliber. It's like we were talking about Thanos the other day, Thanos and that Doom thing.
I think it's so like because the Thing goes out. He's like married. Well, he was like when I was reading comics. He was like he was with that woman who's blind, and I think she's chatting to the Silver Surfer, and she's kind of saying, "Oh, you're so I can feel that you're a special being, or I can feel something like this." And he comes along and gets all like jealous and starts trying to fight with the Silver Surfer and just gets his ass handed. And Silver Surfer's like getting punched and going, I mean you know to no harm, my friend. You know, all this stuff. I don't want no trouble here, my friend.
You know what we've established from this? We've established from this chat that you don't like the Things attitude, and you don't like disobedient kids in any sort of televisional programs.
Pretty much, yeah.
I like kids that do what they're told, and when you tell them to stay here and we're going to go find something, that they fucking stay where they are. I get it,
Yep.
man. I get it.
It's quite funny though, because as a kid I was very disobedient. So, yeah.
I remember, dude. You don't need to tell me I was there with you. I can't tell you how many times I got fucking sent home because of your disobedience.
That was the thing, yeah. Is whenever you used to like, George used to stay at my house quite a lot, and whenever I done something wrong, it was like, okay, George, we're going to drive you home now, and George was like, no, I don't want to go home. Don't make me go there. So George was getting punished for my stupidity.
Yeah, I was getting punished. Believe me, going home was a punishment, dude.
And the thing was as well is like they would just go, yeah, George is going home. And the thing is like when I was that kind of age, like we didn't really go out. Like we kind of just stayed in the house a lot, didn't we? And it was just like so basically they could ground me, but the thing is I wasn't going to go anywhere anyway. So yeah, you're grounded, and George is going home.
Yeah, that sucked ass.
Sorry,
Man.
George. And the other
the worst one was the worst one was the lottery time. Do you remember the lottery time? That was the worst one.
They screwed me, man. They screwed me big time.
They fucking screwed you. I tell everybody that story. I tell everybody that story.
They shafted me. They did.
Yeah.
The sneaky fuckers.
We were kids. I can't remember. I think we were about 13 or 14.
Yeah.
And you weren't old enough to have a lottery ticket. Yet your mum and dad said to you, like to everybody, like to you and your sister, and like everybody pick numbers and for your own ticket. So you picked the numbers, and I think you got like 5 numbers. I think it was like about 300 quid or something.
It was.
How many was it?
It was 4 numbers, and it was about. I think it was £180 or £200 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, but dude, we were like 13 years old. That's a lot of money, dude.
Yeah.
And I remember us like screaming like we'd won, and then your mum and dad were like, "Yeah, that's our money. That's like we paid for the ticket, and you can't." You weren't old enough to have the tickets. It's like, yeah, you go claim it. Here's a ticket. You go get your money. And then you kicked off, like proper kicked off about being screwed. And they just solemn face went, George, you're going home.
Yeah. And the other one as well was the knife. Do you remember the little keyring?
The G.I. Joe knife.
Yeah, the little keyring knife. It's about that big, and that's with the handle. And I was going to say we, but it was me. I sharpened it for ages, and then I sliced my hand pretty bad.
No, you sharpened it for ages, and the way you tested said sharpness was to put your hand out and then drive the knife across the outside of your thumb, which promptly caused the line, and then the line just went like that and opened up, and you're bleeding all over the fucking kitchen trying to hide it. Again, I got sent home that day. Didn't you get a tetanus shot in your arse that day? Did your dad stitch you then?
Yeah, I had to go. Well, the funny thing is they drove you home before they went to the hospital.
Yeah.
And then because that was it. My mum was coming in, and I was bleeding really badly. And then I put my hand behind my back, and I was like, "Don't tell her, you have to go home. You have to go home, don't tell her." And then she was just like, "What are you two doing? What have you done?" Nothing. I looked down and there's like a big fucking puddle of blood on the floor. I'm like, shit. And I was like, yeah, I cut my hand. And the first thing they just looked at George and go, yeah, George, you're going home. They didn't even think it was an accident, anything. It was just, yeah, George, let's get your stuff, George, we're going to drive you home. And I'm like, yeah, I think I need stitches. Yeah, you can wait. You can wait, George is going home first. And then we got to the hospital. We got to the hospital, and then I was like, yeah, I had the injection, I had the tetanus, and the nurse was like, oh, can you lower your trousers? And then she injected me, and then I was just like, how do you get the tetanus in your arm? She goes, yeah, your dad said you didn't want it in your arm. I was like,
fucker, what a horrible bastard.
The other one, so talking about injections, so I'm well off topic here, but the other one talking about injections was when my parents were foster carers, we had someone who had he had like hepatitis or something, so we had to all get injections. And when we went in, Ryan was staying there at the time, and basically they said, "Okay, do you mind having your injections done at the same time?" It's like, no, that's fine. Okay, well, and over here in the corner, Ryan, if you stand just there, and we'll, if you just lower your trousers, and we'll be back in shortly. Sure. And the nurse come back in and go, "Whoa, what are you doing?" He said, "Well, you said lower your trousers." No, not that far. I was like, okay. Just pull them back up from my ankles. But yeah, so we've all gone off topic now, god damn it.
Yeah, it always happens.
But yes, I mean, with I'm trying to think of like new stuff. So I mean, I'm definitely going to order Deathstroke tonight or tomorrow. Other than that, I mean, yeah, I don't know really what else is coming out. To be honest with you, as you say, I mean, I'm in the same boat where I'm just being a bit more careful about what I buy as well. I mean, especially the space. I mean, and I've got so many pieces on pre-order from Pop Culture Shock, and they're all Pop Culture Shock waiting. Even though it says about a year, it's actually about 2 years. And
yeah,
I've got so
pretty
many.
long time.
I mean, all my pieces are now coming out. So I've got like Thor, I've got Pinhead, RoboCop is meant to be like next month. I think Raiden is meant to be in a couple of months as well.
Raiden.
And then you've got, I think Scorpion is meant to come out in April.
1/3 scale Scorpion.
Yeah. So they're all, I don't know. I think that's going to be. I think the ninjas aren't going to come out until December next year, to be honest with you. But
yeah,
we'll see. I mean, they've just got so many delays. But the funny thing is people complain about Sideshow, going, "Oh, Sideshow fucking delays. Oh, Sideshow, they've done this or that." No one complains about Pop Culture Shock when you have to wait 2 years for a piece, and it's just like double standards.
Yeah. But I think it's the same, bro. I think it's the way it's done. This is what I've been saying pretty much. The whole concept of this fucking chat I've just been saying is the way Sideshow do it is the problem. It's not that they do it; it's the way they do it. Because with PCS, they tell you a couple of months before that it's going to be delayed 6 months. Sideshow tell you on the day they're meant to take your final payment that it's been delayed a month.
Yeah, I mean they did that with RoboCop actually.
It's just not good enough. They know before that, so why tell you so fucking late?
I guess so.
It's just the way it's done is wrong.
Alright. Anyway, I'm going to go 8 now.
They need me in there.
Huh?
They need me in there to say, this is what you're going to do. Stop doing this, and then we'll be fine.
But I think the problem with Sideshow as well is the fact that they don't even tell you when their pre-orders going up a lot of the time. I mean, you get a few where they do. I mean, like with Green Goblin they did. Green Goblin they did. With the Wolverine they did. But there's a lot of pieces where they I think that they should even. I mean, they're a distributor.
Voting.
They need to tell you what comes out what day, even if it's not their piece. I mean, they're still the distributor of that. Prime 1 Deathstroke came out last week in Japan, but it comes out a week later on Sideshow's website. So Japan get it first. Sideshow will have an allocation, and then basically what will happen is that will come up then, and they'll say, but they don't know what day it's going up.
Yeah,
you know when it's going up, so they should say, "Yep, Deathstroke coming up this day." Yeah, that's as a distributor, that's what you should do.
Yeah, I agree, man.
All these Sideshow.
Anyway, you go eat. We'll call it a day now. Sweet as night.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Cool beans. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you are still watching, you may have probably switched off during all that personal stuff. Have a good day. And what we'll do is we'll try and get one done before Christmas, and then one in between Christmas and New Year. We'll try and do.
I want to get Cartel from Hell on next week, so we just have to organise a day that's good for you and good for me, and we'll work it out. All right.
There's loads of people we'd love to get on, but it's just the time difference really screws us.
Yeah.
The side. I mean, we're just the wrong side of. We really wanted Gina on, and we tried to get Gina on a few times, but It's just the times don't match. There's loads of people who've been trying to get on, and now, yeah, it's just now we have to do daytimes as well. So I think that's even worse than doing the evenings. But we'll see what we can do, and let's say we'll try and pre-arrange some stuff. Hopefully over Christmas as well. Some people will be off work, and hopefully we'll be able to get some guests on. So thanks for watching, guys. Comment, let us know what you think. Hopefully subscribe as well. Let's get up to 1,500. So yeah, take care. Peace. Bye bye.
Much love, people. Later. Be good.